guys, welcome to a brand new episode. First of all, thanks to each and every one of you who asked me those interesting questions on my Instagram. There were quite a few of them. I've handpicked about 20 of them because most of them were kind of repetitive. So, எனக்கு பிடிச்ச கேள்விகள் நான் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா எனக்கு தோணின கேள்விகள் எல்லாத்தையும் எழுதி வச்சிருக்கேன். So, let's get answering. What is the biggest lesson you learned during lockdown? One illa, rendilla, learned quite a few important lessons. One, that family means everything, because this is probably the first time I'm getting to spend so much time, quality time with the family. Otherwise, you wake up, you're in a rat race. Car ஓட்டிட்டு ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகணும், அந்த கிளாஸ் போகணும், இந்த கிளாஸ் போகணும், குக் பண்ணணும். Now everything is like a family unit together. So I learned the importance of being together as a family. And the second most important lesson I learned was little is enough. Even now when we go grocery shopping, munadila I used to buy a lot. But now like how it is, we learn to live with little. And one more important lesson I learned was, always we tend to see life on the other side and think, life is good. But this time we are totally on this side and I'm learning to appreciate the value of my life on this side as well. So lockdown lessons, number 1, little is enough, family is everything, and number 3, life is good. At what time do you wake up? I'm actually a morning person. Even as a child when I was in school, and in the night studies la ottu varadu. Seekram thoongittu seekram endupen. I'm a very morning person. But on a typical day, my alarm is at 6 a.m. That's about it. Was an arranged marriage or a love marriage? Can I choose something like half-half? Yes, mine was like an arranged marriage and then it converted into a love marriage. I met my husband through a known source, and you all know that person. It's Suhasini Maniratnam. So his family was very known to their family, and my husband Shyam's mom and his sister saw me on TV. And so that's how they actually thought, this girl looks nice. It all started like that. So he initially emailed me, and then when he came down to India, we met once. And then, rest is history. We kept in touch with each other and then fell in love. And it's been a beautiful journey. It's been 12 years now. We recently celebrated our 12th anniversary. Please give me an advice. I want to give a surprise gift to my soulmate. Really? I think the biggest gift you can give to anybody is your time, because in today's world, time is what we don't have. Because at any point of time, you can buy her earrings, you can buy her a chain, but the moments, the memories, and the time you give to another person is what lasts forever. This I've learned with experience. So if you can give her all your time in the world, give it to her. What is the biggest turn on in a man? Okay. First of all, I like the man to smell good. Body odor is a no-no. Otherwise, I like a man who can have a conversation with me. I like humor. So a little bit of intellect, a little bit of humor, and a good smell, and looks of course come secondary. Few words and experiences on nepotism. This is a new word I learned after Kangana's Coffee with Karan show. At the very core, I didn't even know this word called nepotism. Anyway, thanks to Kangana for bringing it all up. Personally, on a personal level, I've never been a victim to it, because I've always felt whatever movies that I have done, I've earned it with my fair chances. But there's always a flip side to every story. I don't want to comment more, because I think there is an equal chance for everybody as far as the South Indian film industry goes, and that's what I'm part of, and that's what I want to comment about. Where do you want to go first after Corona? That's a nice question. First of all, I want to be without a mask when I go out. I just want to go. I live in Chennai on this road called ECR. It's an East Coast road. So I would love to take my car and go on a pleasant drive down the road, because this road leads us to Mahabalipuram and all the way to Pondicherry. So to begin with, I would love to go on an awesome drive on ECR without the mask. Do you ever feel you deserve a better place in cinema? Yes. Yes, I do. But do I have any regrets for the choices I made in the past? No. Because situations and circumstances were such, I had to make those choices. And because of those choices I made back then is the reason why I'm here today. I think I'm doing a fairly good role by balancing my family, a little bit of my career, and a little bit of my business ventures. So, absolutely no regrets. But as such, as an artist, I think I deserve a better place. Yes, I should have done a lot more meaningful films. But hey, this is not the end. I think I still have many more years ahead of me. And I do believe in good cinema, I do believe in good people. So I'm sure good movies will come my way. Your thoughts about film career for women after marriage? I think it just depends on the industry. For example, yes, I'm married. I got married right at the peak of my career in Malayalam. Parasiraja Chayumbura, I got married. And then I had Bhagya Devada and many other films. But simultaneously in Tamil, soon after marriage, no, I didn't receive any good scripts or good roles. So I just think I cannot generalize it. It depends on the artist, it depends on the industry. But on a personal level, Tamil has not been very favorable towards me. Malayalam has been extremely warm and extremely welcoming. So I always owe it to all those people in the industry and the audience. But yes, I'm making a comeback in Tamil this year. So let's see. How many films have you acted in? Not like I've done so many, but honestly I've not written it down or anything. 2002 was my first film, 5-star, done all the 4 languages. I think about 40 plus films. Soon I want to hit to that 50 target. I don't know which year. I'm staying hopeful. And what's the secret behind that baby face? I guess it's those cheeks. I was born with these cheeks. I think, once you have cheeks, you don't age soon. So I guess those innocent looks, the baby face is because of these cheeks and that smile. How do you remain positive? Okay, so this question was long. So I remember this person telling me that, most of my Instagram posts and everything spreads a lot of positivity. So first of all, thank you for acknowledging that. And many of my friends always say that, there's a lot of positivity around me. So I'm thankful for that. I think I don't let anything affect me too soon. I feel nothing is the end of the world. I don't look at anything like the end of the world scenario. I always feel, there's always a path that leads. So there's nothing negative that really hits me. And every day is a new day, and every day is an opportunity to make moments and memories. So that's how I remain positive, and I love to spread positivity in all wherever I go. And I read the book Secret. So in case you have not read it, please do read the book. It's an amazing book because it says what you think and what you feed to the universe is what you get. So fear, anxiety, all the depression, you can just move it away. Just focus on what you want to become, what you want. So that's my goal and idea behind positivity. First love. It's so funny because my husband is shooting this video and I have to look at him and talk about this. But it's okay, it's not a secret anymore. Like most of you, my first love was back in school only. I think I was in 9th standard. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yeah, same person. What is your passion in life? I think whatever that I do, I like to give my 100% and do. I like to try various things in life. I see everything as an opportunity. Even if you take my film career, I've tried singing, I've tried dubbing, I try various roles. So I don't like to limit, my opportunities. So passion in life is life itself for me. I love to live every day well, simple. How was your experience as a director? It was a very, very special experience. It's not like I wanted to and I've always dreamt to be a director. It was a very overwhelming thought I had one day, and motherhood is something very special to me. So everything just culminated, and sometimes that desire to do something just overpowers you. So I just woke up and I thought எனக்கு இது பண்ணணும், and I just took down a paper, I wrote it all down, and what you saw in my short film Ma was exactly what was there in my head, those sequence of events. And then everything just happened before this lockdown, and then lockdown happened, and I, like you, even I never expected this lockdown to be a never ending one. And then Mother's Day was coming up, so all the post production we did during lockdown, so it was one hell of a learning experience for me. And Vijay Sethupathi, Manju Warrior, Mamuka, everybody supported that. So I think I'm kind of fueled up now. I'll definitely do a lot more short films, because there's a lot of learning and unlearning that happens when you actually get into direction. So you will see more of me directing in the future. If the world is going to end tomorrow, what will you do today? Actually, June 21, they said the world was going to end according to the Mayan calendar. I was just hoping and praying it shouldn't. On a question note, what will I do? I think I will eat my most favorite food, what I feel like, in that particular mood. If for right now getting in, I feel like eating hot biryani. And probably I will just go and cuddle up and cozy up with my family and hug my son and go to sleep. That's all I can do. Few words on Sushant Singh's death and your take on depression. What a fine artist, what a young artist, what a promising artist. We all lost him too soon, too quickly. Loved him as an artist. May his soul rest in peace, genuinely. Honestly, I don't know anything about depression, because I've been hearing from sources, I've been reading about depression ever since, that it is a clinical condition where people should open up, people should talk, and people should seek medical intervention. So as much as I can do, I'm there for all my friends and family if they need me. And this was actually a wake-up call to me itself. So many times we don't answer calls, we forget to return calls. Maybe it was an important call to the other person. So let's all stay together in this. Let's be there for our near and dear ones. And may that lovely soul rest in peace. Why are you starting a YouTube channel? Honestly, this was not my plan at all. But I see this as another platform for me to reach out to all of you. Of course, there is Facebook, there is Instagram, but I think YouTube is more like, a lot more focused. Like I want to share certain recipes. I'd like to share my fitness routines with you. I'd like to share certain aspects of my family with you. So I think YouTube is, a lot more fun, and I'm loving it so far, and I love the support that you all have been giving me. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for sending me all those questions. I enjoyed answering each one of them. I don't know any other way to answer a question. This is who I am, this is how I am, genuine and honest. I'm sure there are a few more unanswered questions. Probably I'll have you send in more questions and do another episode. Until then, it's me, Kaniha, signing off. Stay safe, stay home, love you, and don't forget to subscribe.